So August 2025 house pricing numbers just came out. I want to talk about what the median sales price was here in Utah for August of 2025. And let's talk about the affordability factor and what you actually need to make to afford a median price home in Utah. So let's jump right into it. August 2025 for the entire state of Utah, according to utahrealestate.com, the median sales price was $520,000 in the state. Now that's all different housing types, condos, townhouses, you name it. Anything on utahrealestate.com, that was the median sold price. And that brings up affordability issues. That has been a hot topic in the state of Utah of affordable housing, and people can't afford to buy homes with the interest rates being in the 6% and 7% last year and all of that. So today I want to go over very briefly what that looks like if you're thinking about buying a home and what you actually need to make per month and the numbers that go behind it. So I'm going to jump on to the computer and show you the mortgage calculator that I did. Okay, so I'm jumping over to utahrealestate.com. I'm not a lender, so I cannot quote any rates, payments, anything like that. So the safest bet is to do this mortgage calculator that's available on utahrealestate.com. You do need to speak to a qualified lender to go over your debts, your credit, your employment, self-employed, all of that sort of stuff. So just looking at a generalization, if we take the August 2025 median sales price in Utah, $520,000 at a 6% interest rate, some loans are higher than that right now. Some are, you can get down below that with buy downs and things like that. So we're just using a general 6% interest rate for 30 years with 5% down. Property taxes vary depending on the property. So again, this is just a general number that I threw out there. And then annual homeowners insurance, again, just doing a guesstimate of $1,500. No HOA fee in this or anything else. So if you look at all of that, in order to do the median sales price of $520,000, that would put your payment at just under $34.50 per month. You can see there at the top. Monthly payment $34.43.31. Okay, so let's break this down further on what that means to you monthly. Assuming that you have a $3,400 a month mortgage that we just talked about, and you work in corporate America, you're not self-employed, and to keep with even numbers, let's just say you have a debt to income ratio that you want to stay at 40% of what you make for your mortgage payment. That means in order to afford that $3,400 a month payment, your gross pay each month would have to be just over $8,600 per month to afford that payment, which is just over $103,000 per year. Now, I love to work with even numbers. So assuming it's a $3,500 a month payment, your gross income per year would need to be $105,000 to afford a $3,500 a month payment with a 40% debt to income ratio, which is $8,750 per month. So most single individuals do not make that money. The majority of the Utah population, a single person does not make $8,700 per month. So chances are, in order to afford a median sales price mortgage that we talked about, you're really looking at a 2-income affordability to make that happen for the majority of the Utah population. Now, there's always circumstances and individuals that make well over that are single. I'm just saying as a general rule of thumb. So what does that mean for an hourly rate of pay? If you need to make $87.50 per month gross pay, let's say you have 4 full weeks in a calendar month at 40 hours a week, that means you're going to have to make almost $55 per hour in order to afford that mortgage payment. Now, I don't know a lot of people in Utah that make $55 an hour. Maybe together that's going to be more realistic. So I would say we definitely have an affordability issue in Utah for the cost of a home at a median sales price. Now, there are other things you can do to get below that $520,000. You can start with a condo. If you have a house that has an ADU that can be rented, that can offset some of those expenses. So you can get creative with things. But like I said, there is a big gap between what the hourly rate of pay is here in Utah compared to what you actually need to make for a median sales price purchase. If you're thinking about making a real estate move, I'd love to connect with you. Shoot me a text or give me a call. That is the best way to reach me. But as always, make it a great day.